Hello everyone. Today's topic is regarding pancreas. So let us start. So in pancreas, first of all we will see the parts of pancreas. There is location, dimension, relations of different parts of pancreas, then blood supply, and lastly ducts of pancreas. First of all we will see the parts of pancreas, and parts of pancreas are, first of all, parts. And in parts we have first part, that is head, then neck, third is body, and fourth is tail. So this part is head, then second part is neck, this is second part, then body, this is third part, and fourth part is tail. Okay, this head part, this head part, that is head, it lies within the concavity of C-shaped duodenum. So I will write here, lies in the concavity of C-shaped duodenum, lies within the concavity of C-shaped duodenum, lies within the concavity of C-shaped duodenum. Therefore this head lies within the concavity of C-shaped duodenum, and it bears one process, and this process is known as uncinate process. Head has one process, and this process is known as uncinate process. This is neck, and behind the neck of the pancreas, behind the neck, so this is neck, and behind the neck there is a portal vein formation. Behind the neck of the pancreas there is a portal vein formation. Okay, this is about head and this is about neck. And neck also has one process. This process is known as tuber omental. This process is tuber omental. Okay, head has one process, uncinate process. Neck has another process, that is tuber omental, and behind the neck there is a portal vein formation. Then tail lies in the lino-renal ligament. Tail lies in the lino-renal ligament, and as we have studied, this lino-renal ligament, lino-renal means it extends from kidney to the spleen, and this body, behind the body there is a infraduodenal part of common bile duct. Infraduodenal part of common bile duct. This is about the parts of pancreas. Okay, now this is about part. Location: pancreas is located between the T12 and L3 vertebra. This body of pancreas, it lies in the transpyloric plane, and this, as we know, this transpyloric plane, it passes through lower border of L1. This is neck lies at the level of L2, and this head, it lies between the L1 and L3. So head, it lies between the L1 and L3. This neck lies at the level of L2, body at the level of L1, that is transpyloric plane, and tail, it lies in the lino-renal ligament at the level of T12, we can say, at the level of T12. Okay, now this is regarding location. Now coming to the dimensions of pancreas. Dimensions of pancreas, we will see here dimensions of pancreas. First of all, dimensions. So length 12 to 15 centimeter, then width 3 to 4 centimeter, thickness 1.5 to 2 centimeter, 1.5 to 2 centimeter, and weight 80 to 90 gram. Okay, length of the pancreas 12 to 15 centimeter, width 3 to 4 centimeter, thickness 1.5 to 2 centimeter, and the weight of the pancreas is 80 to 90 gram. So this is about the dimension. We have seen parts, location, dimension. Now we will come to the relations of pancreas. Okay, and in relation of pancreas, first of all we will see the posterior relations of head of the pancreas. Posterior relations of the head of the pancreas. Okay, first of all we will see the posterior relations of the head of the pancreas. Okay, so I will draw here. This is posterior relation of head. Posterior relation of head. I will draw here. This is aorta. Okay, and on the right side of aorta there is inferior vena cava. On the right side of aorta there is inferior vena cava. This is aorta, abdominal aorta, and on the left side this is inferior vena cava. This inferior vena cava, it receives right and left renal vein. This is left renal vein, left renal vein, and this is right renal vein, right renal vein. Abdominal aorta, and on the right side of abdominal aorta this is inferior vena cava. This inferior vena cava, it receives left and right renal vein. Now this left renal vein receives left gonadal vein. Left renal vein, it receives left gonadal vein. So this is left gonadal vein. Left renal vein, it receives left gonadal vein, while the right gonadal vein, it directly drain into inferior vena cava. Right gonadal vein, it directly drain into inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava. Now here one artery is present, and this artery is ventral to the aorta. This artery is superior mesenteric artery. In the upper part and in lower part there is a inferior mesenteric artery. So this left renal vein, it lies in front of, it lies behind the aorta. Left renal vein, it lies behind the aorta but in front of superior mesenteric artery. So write down here, this left renal vein, it lies behind the aorta but in front of superior mesenteric artery. So when this left renal vein get compressed, then if this left renal vein get compressed, then left gonadal vein get dilated, and as left gonadal vein get dilated, there is a dilatation of pampiniform plexus around the vein, and as there is a dilatation of pampiniform plexus, there is a varicocele. Therefore this is important point. This is important point regarding applied anatomy, varicocele. How? When left renal vein get compressed, there is a dilatation of left gonadal vein, and when left gonadal vein get dilated, there is a dilatation of pampiniform plexus, and as the pampiniform plexus get dilated, there is a formation of varicocele. Okay, this is regarding the Now our heading is posterior relation of head. So for posterior relation of head, so I will draw here, this is head. Okay, this is head. So in posterior relations of head of the pancreas, we have three veins. Right renal vein, so I will write down here, we have right renal vein, then another is left renal vein, and third is inferior vena cava. So in posterior relation of the head of the pancreas, we have three veins: right renal vein, left renal vein, and inferior vena cava. Okay, now there is, and we know that head has one process, and this process is uncinate process. Okay, head has one process, that is uncinate process. So uncinate process, I will write down here. So relation of uncinate process, this uncinate process, it crosses superior mesenteric artery and superior mesenteric vein. Uncinate process crosses superior, this is uncinate process, and this uncinate process is it crosses superior mesenteric artery and superior mesenteric vein, as superior mesenteric artery is accompanied by superior mesenteric vein. So these are the relation of uncinate process. Now we will see the relation of the neck of the pancreas. Relations of the neck of the pancreas. Now clear up to this point? Okay. So after this we will see the relations of the neck of the pancreas. So I will draw here a diagram. This is, suppose, a pancreas. Okay, as we know, this is uncinate process, and this is head. Neck has one process, that is tuberomental body, and this is tail lies in the lienorenal ligament. These all points we have studied. Now uncinate process, just now we have seen that uncinate process crosses the superior mesenteric artery and superior mesenteric vein. Okay, so I will draw here superior mesenteric vein. It crosses superior mesenteric vein crosses the uncinate process, superior mesenteric artery and superior mesenteric vein. I have drawn here this superior mesenteric vein. Now this, it goes posteriorly and it joins with the splenic vein. It goes posteriorly and it joins with the splenic vein. And okay, and it forms the portal vein. So this is portal vein, this one is splenic vein, and this is superior mesenteric vein. So superior mesenteric vein, it joins with the splenic vein and it forms the portal vein. So we have seen that behind the neck of pancreas there is a formation of, so relation of neck, so behind the neck there is a portal vein formation, and portal vein is formed by splenic vein and superior mesenteric vein. Now splenic vein is along the posterior surface of body of pancreas, but splenic vein is accompanied by splenic artery or not? No. Splenic artery lies along the upper border of body of pancreas. Splenic artery, it lies along the upper border of body of pancreas. Okay, this is about the parts, location, dimension, relations of pancreas. Okay, clear up to this point? Now we will see the blood supply of pancreas, and blood supply of pancreas is very easy. So in blood supply of pancreas we have, blood supply of pancreas, first is splenic artery, second is superior and inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery. Superior and inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery. This is about the arterial supply. Now venous drainage, portal vein, and second thing, superior and inferior pancreatico-duodenal vein. Inferior pancreatico-duodenal vein, superior and inferior pancreatico-duodenal vein. This is regarding the blood supply of pancreas. It is very easy. Okay, now we will discuss about the ducts of pancreas. I will show you this duct of pancreas here. This is a main pancreatic duct. Okay, main pancreatic duct, and as we know, this pancreatic duct, it joins with the common bile duct and it opens near the major duodenal papilla. It opens near the major, this so ducts of pancreas, and this is main pancreatic duct, main pancreatic duct. Okay, main pancreatic duct. This main pancreatic duct, it joins with the common bile duct and it opens near the major duodenal papilla. Major duodenal papilla. Okay, major duodenal papilla, and this ampulla is guarded by ampulla of Vater. Opening is guarded by ampulla of Vater, and some ducts open here. These are accessory pancreatic duct. These are accessory pancreatic duct or duct of Santorini. Accessory pancreatic duct or duct of Santorini. Accessory pancreatic duct or duct of Santorini. Now this main pancreatic duct, it receives many tributaries along its long axis. It receives many tributaries along its long axis, and this pattern is known as herringbone pattern. This pattern is known as herringbone pattern. So this is regarding the ducts of pancreas. Accessory pancreatic duct opens near the minor duodenal papilla. Main pancreatic duct, it opens near the major duodenal papilla, and this major duodenal papilla is 8 to 10 centimeter distal to pylorus. 8 to 10 centimeter distal to pylorus, and minor duodenal papilla this accessory, it opens near minor duodenal papilla, and this minor duodenal papilla is 3 to 4 centimeter distal to pylorus. 3 to 4 centimeter distal to pylorus. So this is all about the pancreas. Okay, thank you so much, keep watching.